And welcome to Yoga with Amber. Today I am going to do a series that is through the Sivananda 12 Asana series, and we will begin in a Sivananda Shavasana. So let's just lay down on our mats whenever you're ready. Coming onto the long side of the mat, sitting up nice and straight and tall. Taking a deep inhale, and on the exhale, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down on your mat. For a quick relaxation here as we begin, taking a deep inhale through the nostrils, long, steady, smooth exhale through the nostrils. Relaxing. Wiggling the toes, breathing deeply, inhale through the nostrils. Long, steady, smooth exhale through the nostrils. Slowly bring the legs together. Reach the arms above the head. Take a deep inhale, stretch, stretch, stretch. And release the arms out to your sides. Roll up to seated. And we'll come on to hands and knees. From hands and knees, we're going to start with a headstand. In the Sivananda Hatha practice, we start with a headstand. After 6 rounds on each side of Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. So hopefully you've completed your sun salutations and are moving on into this position. So we will take our elbows down onto the mat, getting them at a shoulder height, shoulder distance apart. Just taking one hand onto opposite elbow on both sides and pivoting on these elbows, bringing the hands together. So you have a little triangle from the elbows down to the wrists. And we can do whatever we want with our hands except for interlacing our fingers. So let's try not to interlace our fingers. Maybe we could just make a fist with one hand, wrap the fingers of the other hand around. And when you're ready, lifting up onto the toes, taking a deep inhale, prepare. On the exhale, lift the hips, coming into a dolphin. So a dolphin is like a downward facing dog on your forearms. And from here, if you're new to your headstand, we can move through a progression, staying where it is that we are comfortable. So in our dolphin, some of us might have the heels that are up really high, that's fine. Try to wiggle them out a little bit as you get a little bit more flexible in through the calves and through the posterior side of the body, then you'll be able to get those heels a little bit further down. And from here, we can hold this dolphin, lifting those hips up nice and high, releasing that chest down low, reaching the chest down towards the feet, and remaining for a few breaths. Or we can move on into some dolphin push-ups. So for our dolphin push-ups, we plant those forearms down, plant the elbows, plant the wrists, plant the fists down into the mat. And when you're ready, taking a deep inhale, lowering the body into a plank pose as the chin lowers past the thumbs. And on the exhale, lifting up. So those are dolphin push-ups. We could do 5 to 10 dolphin push-ups. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling as you lift back up, continuing to inhale down and exhale as you lift. Few more right here. And then if you want to, we could also move on into our headstand. So for our headstand, we can lower down onto our knees and you can continue in those dolphin push-ups for a little bit longer, or to move on into the headstand, we again get that spacing in between the elbows, shoulder distance apart, taking hands on opposite elbows, turning those hands into that triangular shape. But at this time, we're going to cup one hand into the other, keeping that inside hand opened up, not like a fist, but separating those fingers, and planting the head, the crown of the head into those hands, lifting into your dolphin. And then here it's really important to push the shoulders down away from the head. We can walk those feet in nice and close. And the more we get into this, the easier it becomes. But as we begin, we can just lift one leg up, pointing that toe, drawing that knee in nice and close. So we pull a nice core contraction here, and we're also finding a balance. Using your hands still to cup that head and pressing the shoulders down away from the body so that you can press the forearms and the elbows into the mat. So continuing just to switch side to side here as we get into our headstand. And then of course, if you already have it, you just pop right into it. But as we practice to get into the headstand, we just continue side to side, getting that pressure in through the elbows, forearms, and top of the head. So then when you're ready, we can walk those hips up so that they're directly above the shoulders. Eventually we're going to get both legs up. Start by keeping those knees bent. And then when you're beginning in this position, we want to start by just finding a little balance here. Lifting those knees, and then being able to lift legs. So staying here for a few breaths, feeling free to rewind or pause this video whenever you want. And then to come out, we're going to bend the knees first. Tuck the knees in, and then slowly release one foot out. And then go into a child's pose. Slowly lowering the head, extending the arms, bringing the hips back towards the heels, relaxing and breathing for a few breaths right here. We can move those hips from side to side, rolling the head from side to side. Whatever feels good for you. And then when you're ready, we're going to slowly roll up to seated. Lift up onto the knees, cross one ankle over the other, sit back, finding an easy pose. Sitting up nice and straight and tall, swinging those feet out in front, finding your staff pose. Finding the middle of the mat, sitting up straight and tall here, taking a deep inhale, and on the exhale, slowly rolling down, vertebrae by vertebrae, for a quick Shavasana, because in Sivananda yoga classes, in between most of our poses, we like to hold a quick Shavasana just to help release the body, draw those shoulders down, pull that belly button in, relax the legs, relax the feet, relax the hands, breathe through the nostrils, inhale deeply, exhale completely, deep inhale, long, steady, smooth exhale. When you're ready, start wiggling those fingers. Slowly bring the legs together. Reach the arms up over the head. Take a deep inhale. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And exhale. Release both hands down by your sides. And the next exercise is going to be our shoulder stand. So we'll begin by keeping those arms down by your sides. Legs relaxed down on the mat. Pulling that belly button in. We're going to start with a single leg lift. So for our single leg lift, we're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest and extend that leg straight up. We're going to hold right here, flex the foot, press that lower back down into the mat. Slowly lower the leg down for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing that leg all the way down, gently rising with the other leg, bringing that knee in and extending that foot straight up. Reach through the heel, flex the foot, slowly lower that leg down to the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, all the way down. Very nice. Both legs together, bring both knees in, lift both legs straight up, flex those feet, arms down by your sides. Use your hands down by your sides as you slowly lower those legs down, count of 10. You almost like you use your hands as brakes. Pull that belly button in nice and tight. Slowly, slowly, slowly lower those legs down. Keep your back down on the mat. Keep your shoulders down. Smile. 3, 2, last one. Bring those legs out. And then we're going to go into our shoulder stand. So you can do your single leg stretch, single leg extension, and 10-second lowering while breathing smoothly. Or we could go into that double leg lift that we just did while slowly lowering those legs down. Or you could always use a wall. So if you're new to this or if you have back pain, the best thing to do is come up straight next to the wall, okay? And then lay down. And then you can lift your leg up, turning to your side, okay? And then we can lay right here and you can just hold this position for a while. Or we can move on into a shoulder stand, okay? So any of those things again, or we can just move right into our shoulder stand. And we're gonna keep our arms down by our sides. Beginning right here, drawing both knees in towards the chest, lifting both legs straight up, taking a deep inhale right here. Use your hands on your mat, press them down, lift your hips, use your hands on your back as you hold. Breathing deeply and relaxing, relax your feet. All right, so then from here we can hang on to this position for quite a while. I don't know if you can see, but I have my elbows really close together. They're almost a shoulder distance apart as well. So we're just gonna hold this position for a few breaths, and then we can stay here for a little bit longer. You can always come out of this, or we can go into a half plow, lowering the right leg up over the head, holding here for a few breaths. Inhale and exhale. Now, it is important when you're in your shoulder stand or any position like this where you have a lot of pressure on your neck, where you really shouldn't have that much pressure on your neck anyways, which we'll all go into, but if you just want to make sure that first and foremost, number one, always look straight up, okay? So don't turn your head from side to side in this position. We'll just go ahead and switch sides whenever you're ready. So number one, always look straight up, never turn your head from side to side in this type of position. Number two, if you're able to get your hands up towards your neck, so the hands are on your spinal column, right, on your back, fingers pointed in towards each other, and I would say that the index finger are probably pointed downward towards your tailbone. Meanwhile, your pinkies are up towards your neck. So if you're able to move from side to side, I'm gonna go ahead and lift that leg up and then slowly come into my full plow. All right, so a lot of us are gonna be stuck here, which is fine. So the more you do it, the more you're able to release into your back, and then eventually you're gonna be able to get into something like this. So number one, always look straight up, never turn your head from side to side because it's very dangerous. Number two, use your hands for support on your back with the pinkies, or I guess the thumbs pointing down would make most sense to say. So with your thumbs pointed down towards your hips. And then if you can, kind of scooch and wiggle from side to side, trying to get those elbows closer together as if you're trying to touch them together behind you. Meanwhile, now I'm mentioning there should not be that much stress on your actual neck. So the pressure is on, this is called the shoulder stand, which we're going to return to, because the shoulder should be supporting this position in between the shoulder blades. So I have a little bit of pressure on my head, the back of my head. So I'm almost tripoding here. So it's like a tripod into my elbows and a little bit into my head, but in between. But we're also trying to bring that weight a little bit nice and straight, a little bit further back. Squeeze the glutes, and then when you're ready, we'll slowly come out by bringing the legs halfway up over the head and using your hands as brakes down on the floor, slowly rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. All right. And then there are a ton of different variations actually that I skipped in my shoulder stand that we could go into, but maybe I'll just save that for another video and we'll just do like an inversion video. That would be fun. All right, so next, after the shoulder stand, we have a bridge. So we're just gonna go ahead and plant those feet down onto the floor. Separate the feet about a hip distance apart, not too wide. If you can, reach your hands down by your feet. That would be nice. We're gonna scooch those shoulder blades a little bit closer and flatter down onto the mat. draw those shoulders down towards your hips. I'm just gonna keep those feet flat down on the floor. Little pigeon toe-ish, just to make sure they're not falling out to the side. We're gonna slowly lift those hips up with a deep inhale, holding for 2 breaths right here. And we're just gonna hold this bridge twice here, and then we can go into a wheel pose. Just breathing, inhale through the nostrils, and next exhale, slowly release that down, nice and slow. Really accentuate the inch of your back that is currently lowering down onto the mat. So really notice that you can feel that. We're going to peel that up one more time. Slow, deep inhale here on the lift, holding in this position. If it feels comfortable for you, if you have a block, maybe grab a block, put it between your knees, and just encourage those knees that nice and close together. And then from here, we're going to slowly lower down with your next exhale. And then we're going to do that bridge pose with that 2 breath hold 2 more times. Or you can move on into a wheel. If you have a wheel practice, I'm going to reach my hands under my shoulders with my thumbs close to my neck and my pinkies outward to the side. You're going to lift up into your bridge pose, lifting those hips, taking a deep inhale, pressing up here. And then if you're ready, we're going to press into the hands, rolling onto the head, lifting that straight up, coming into your wheel. And if you're comfortable here, we can stay here for a few breaths. And if it's good for you, maybe we'll stay right here, but maybe you could lift one leg up, other side. Now this is a really good deep core exercise. You kind of need a strong core for this one, so you can always practice. I know one of the hardest things is actually just getting that foot up off the floor, especially when I started doing this. So if you have a partner, maybe somebody could stand near you, put one foot underneath your back, and then help you lift your leg up. We'll slowly come out of that. And from here, we're just going to draw those knees in towards the chest, give them a little squeeze, and roll from side to side. Just to release in the back, turning the head in the opposite direction. Rolling right, looking left. Rolling left, looking right. Okay. So, next we're going to move on into a fish pose. So this is a back bend. It's a beautiful black back bend. And what we do is we lay down on the floor, on your back. We're going to bring both hands underneath your hips. We're going to squish, wiggle from side to side as you draw both hands underneath your hips. I like to stack my hands with my palms facing down. I've heard of some people that like to make a fist with one hand and then wrap the fist around. Whatever it is that you're doing, and I'm just going to go ahead and stand up so you can see what I'm doing. So imagine I'm laying down. I have both my hands underneath my back. I'm going to reach both my hands down, 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 down as far as I can, squeezing those back muscles together, and then letting that belly lift up. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down and show you my fish preparation. Both legs are together, feet are flexed, and we're going to focus on our elbows now. So we got those hands as far down underneath your hips as possible, almost like you're sitting on your forearms or your wrists or your hands. We're going to take a deep inhale here and focus on the elbows. On the exhale, lift the head, neck, and chest, raise up onto those elbows, lift your chest, and then if you can, slowly release your head back, and we'll stay here for 2 breaths. Taking a deep inhale and a long, steady, smooth exhale. One more deep inhale. Long, steady, smooth exhale. So if that's good for you, that's fantastic. You can also put a block underneath your lower back. If you're new to this, you can put a block underneath your lower back to help lift that chest up. And when you're ready, taking a deep inhale here. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and chest. And then we're going to slide those arms back. Slide down onto your upper arms. Release your head. Relax your body. Separate your arms. Take a quick Shavasana here. Take a deep inhale. Long, steady, smooth exhale. One more deep inhale. Long, steady, smooth exhale. Wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Moving the wrists, moving the ankles. Slowly bring the legs together. Reach both arms up over the head. Take a deep inhale. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And exhale, arms down by your sides. Deep inhale right here. Exhale, roll up to seated. Now we have to do our counter stretch for our fish pose. I'm just going to find the center of the mat over here. So we can separate the flesh from underneath the sit bones, just sitting up nice and straight and tall, taking a deep inhale. Exhale, hands down by the sides. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, reach hands forward, 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 and then folding down. So if this is hard for you, you can always place your hands outside of your legs, keeping your elbows bent. Maybe you could even put your feet flat on the floor to modify. It's a modification, so if you need a little bit less. Or if you have a little bit more to give, you can always reach those hands, maybe making a mudra around your big toe. And I've also got a strap over here, so if you have a strap, old neckties work great as straps. If you don't have any straps, you could use an old necktie. And we can also just keep that strap around your feet and inhale and exhale as you fold. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Just give it whatever it is that's comfortable for you right here. So you just had a few modifications. You could also have your index finger wrapping around thumb, big toe, touching thumb, releasing the chin down towards the knees, maybe the nose down towards the knees, maybe those elbows land onto your mat outside of your legs. One more deep inhale right here. Exhale, reach those hands far forward, forward, forward. Inhale, reach all the way up and come up. Exhale, hands go back behind you, fingertips pointing away. Inhale, lift the hips, point the toes, incline plane. Hold for 2 breaths right here. One more deep inhale. Exhale, slowly release that down. And then when you're ready, we're going to come onto hands and knees. Lowering the body down onto your mat, so you come down onto your belly for a back bending series. So we're going to start with a cobra series. So I'm going to start with my baby cobra. We're going to lower the elbows, forearms, wrists, and hands down onto the mat. Keeping both legs close together, point the toes back behind you so that you're on the tops of the feet. Obviously, if this is extremely uncomfortable for you, do something else with your feet. But challenge yourself to point those toes so you can elongate in the tops of the feet. Get a nice stretch over there. All right, keeping those elbows in close by your sides. We're going to draw those shoulders down. Pull those shoulders down close to your waist as much as you can. So we're planting those elbows, forearms, wrists, hands down on the mat. Inhale down to the forehead. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and chest. Draw those shoulders down a little bit further. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the butt cheeks. Imagine you have $1 million lottery ticket in between your butt cheeks on a windy day, and I have a leaf blower, and I'm hitting you with it. Squeeze your belly button in. One more deep inhale. Exhale, slowly release that down. Now we're going to move on to a floating baby cobra, or you can do your baby cobra again that we just did. Inhale to the forehead. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and chest. Lift the wrists, forearms, elbows up off the mat. Hold here. Let those shoulders come down a little bit further. Squeeze the butt cheeks together. Pull that belly button in nice and tight. Lift the head up a little bit higher if you can. You don't have to look up. You can look down at the mat. You're just trying to strengthen in that spine, reaching straight up through the crown of the head. One more deep inhale. Exhale, slowly release that down. All right, then we're going to move on into a cobra. So we can slide those hands back so the wrists are directly below your shoulders. Squeeze those elbows in nice and tight. Keep the legs close together. You're on the tops of the feet. Inhale to the forehead. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and chest. Press into the hands. Press into all 4 corners of each palm of each hand. Really feel how it feels. Maybe looking up. Keep those legs close together. Pull that belly button in nice and tight. Smiling, yay. Deep inhale. Exhale, slowly release it down. Very good. So next we're gonna have an upward facing dog. So for the upward facing dog, we're still gonna keep our legs close together, but this time we are gonna slide our hands a little bit further back so that they're right into the small of your waist. So right at the bottom of your rib cage, in line with your belly button-ish, wherever it is that you're comfortable. They're supposed to land below your elbows, but many of us do not have mirrors where we'd be able to see that. Inhale down to the forehead. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and chest, press into the hands. Lift the abdominals, pull the belly button in nice and tight. Press the shoulders down, maybe looking up. Lift the hips, lift the thighs, lift the knees, point the toes. Smile, deep inhale. Exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly down. Good. All right, so next we're gonna move on into a king cobra. So we have anything that we just did again, or our king cobra. We're gonna keep our hands down by our waist, just like for the upward facing dog, but now we're gonna separate those legs a little bit wider than a mat distance apart. So separating your legs a medium distance, I would say, just let those toes come off your mat, maybe a little bit wider. Inhale down to the forehead. Exhale, lift the head, neck, and chest. Press into the hands, shoulders down, chest lifted, hips stay down. So unlike the upward facing dog, we're gonna keep those hips down. And then we can lift one foot, slow release. Exhale, lift one foot, slow release. Maybe both feet. And a slow release. And then you've got your king cobra. For a couple of breaths. And whenever you're ready, exhale to release out of that. Slowly release all the way down onto your mat, nice and slow and with control. And when you're ready, bring those legs together. Press up onto hands and knees. Bring those hips back towards the heels for a child's pose. For a couple of breaths to relax and release your lower back. Out of all those back exercises, they are also supposed to be very energizing. So hopefully you have a lot of energy after this. And when you're ready, I'm going to extend down onto the mat again. And this time, we're going to do our locust. So for the locust, it's like the opposite of the fish that we did, right? So in this position, we're going to bring both hands underneath the pelvis. I am more comfortable in this position with my palms facing up. And I'll go ahead and stand up real quick just so you can see what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm laying down on my belly, but I'm going to take both my hands underneath my pelvis, reach those fingers far down, and squeeze your shoulders in front, and then come onto your chin. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down and show you what this looks like when I'm laying down and keeping both our legs close together. So I'm moving from side to side. I got both my hands underneath my pelvis with my palms facing up. You can be however you're comfortable in this position. The key here is really just to squeeze those shoulders together in front of your chest so that you're almost off your chest completely in this position. And then we're going to come onto our chin. I'm just going to move my mic a little bit so I can get onto my chin. Okay. And then we're going to lift one leg up, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathing, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow release out of that one. We're going to lift the other leg up, point the toe, keep the weight forward on your chin. So I want you to think about drawing that weight forward into your chin, holding here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I've been practicing my locust, but I do need assistance with that. So in this particular video, I'm just going to do it by myself because I am currently alone. And when you're ready, we're going to do both legs together. So we're going to start with our legs together. They might separate a little bit further apart, but challenge yourself to lift both legs up as high as they'll go, coming onto the chin, holding here for as long as possible, or just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, slow release out of that. We're going to release again into our child's pose, pressing those hips back. And our next exercise is going to be our bow. So when you're ready, taking a deep inhale. So we have a child's pose, and I don't know why I didn't cover this earlier in the video, I'm sorry. Extended child's pose with the hands far forward, nice release in the side body. Or full expression, hands down by the feet, nice release in the shoulders. So for like our locust that we just did for our fish pose, whenever you do want to pop into your child's pose, that's great. Just, notice how it feels and enjoy it. Breathing deeply. And when you're ready, extending down onto your mat once again. Bringing both legs close together, taking the hands down by your sides. And we'll start by reaching the right hand towards your right foot, lifting that right foot, bending the right knee, and just holding on right here. So if you're new to this, we're just going to hold on to each side for a couple breaths, okay? And then you just switch back and forth. When you're ready, we're going to hold on to both feet. And then we're going to lift the thighs and the knees up off the mat. We're going to hold on to the feet. Use your hands to hold on nice and tight, right? And then just lift the head, neck, and chest. Maybe looking up if you can, or just straight ahead, or even down, whatever's good for you. But I want you to find the space in between the rib cage and the hip bones. You roll back and forth like this is a great way to get rid of indigestion. Meanwhile, if you're just holding your bow, you want to hold it right here and feel your bottom set of ribs and your hip bones if you can. You'll lift up one more time, deep inhale. Exhale, slow release, child's pose. When you're ready, slowly rolling up to seated. Sitting to the right of both the feet so that both the feet are on the left. And then crossing that left leg over the right. Sitting up nice and straight and tall. So I am even on both my sit bones in this position, but oftentimes the leg that's crossed up and over, in this case my left, that left hip might be up. So if you're here, please extend your bottom leg out and flex your foot so that you're even on both sit bones. So I can be here, sitting up nice and straight and tall, even on both sit bones, foot is flexed, leg is straight, left leg crossed up and over, or both legs crossed, but only again if I'm even on both sit bones. This is very important. Don't hurt yourself, all right? So from here, the left leg is crossed up and over, the left hand can go far back behind. Deep inhale, right arm up. Exhale, twist. So I can hold on to my leg, level one. I can cross my elbow over my knee, sit up straight and tall, twist, turn my head back behind, trying to gaze out or beyond that left hand. And then if you want, you could also reach this right hand, which is crossed over the knee, maybe extend it straight down, and then maybe even reach your ankle. Still sitting up straight and tall, twisting, twisting. And then there's also a bind. You could reach your left hand behind you with the palm facing around your waist. Moving from here into a bind right here. Holding for another 3, 2. Last one, release both arms up. Deep inhale. Exhale, both hands go down. And we'll switch the legs gently and purposefully. So sitting up nice and straight and tall here. Taking a deep inhale. And then if I'm even on both sit bones here, both legs can be crossed, that's fantastic. But if not, please do extend that bottom leg out to be nice and even. Okay, it's very important that you're even. Prefer for you to be even than overdoing it and then end up pinching a nerve or something like that. Please don't hurt yourself, okay? Right leg is crossed up and over, right hand is gonna go far back behind. Deep inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twist, twist. Level 1, holding on to that knee. Level 2, crossing that knee up and over. Level 3, maybe reaching that hand out. Finding that arm wrapping around the knee, right around the armpit. Sitting up straight and tall, just holding on to that foot. Or going for that bind, releasing that right hand back behind you. And then still trying to sit up straight and tall here for a couple breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. One more deep inhale. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, slowly release that down. And we'll gently bring both knees up into the chest, uncrossing the legs, wrapping the arms around the legs. You can be behind the thighs or in front of the legs. Sitting up straight and tall to begin. Deep inhale. Exhale, chin to the chest, just release that head down. Just breathe, a couple breaths. Deep inhale, long, steady, smooth exhale. One more deep inhale. Long, steady, smooth exhale. Slowly lift the head up. Release the arms from the legs. And we're going to separate the feet a hip distance apart. Separating the feet a hip distance apart. Use your hands down by your sides to lift your hips. And from here we're going to come into a squat position. And in the squat position, we're going to separate those knees far apart. You can use your elbows to press your knees far apart. You can use your hands, get nice and comfortable wherever it is that you are. And then if you can, we're going to separate those heels further apart so that you can plant those feet down on the floor. And then when you're ready, we're going to try to find pressure on the upper arms near the armpits with the fleshy bit between your knee and your, or at your knee, I guess, from the top of your shin and calf to the bottom of your thigh on the inside and the medial side. All right, so from here, we're going to try to find that pressure and just walk those knees up towards your armpits and onto your upper arms. And then we're going to keep that connection right there. We're going to keep those touching, okay? So almost like you're challenging yourself to keep your knees connected to your armpits or upper arms. Now I'm going to make a triangle with my index finger and my thumb. And then I'm going to spread my fingers out nice and wide, but I can still see this triangle from my thumbs to my index fingers. Yes, you can see that triangle shape. I'm going to separate those hands, keeping that triangular shape. Separate the wrists a shoulder distance apart. Plant those hands down onto your mat. And then when you're ready, I'm going to turn sideways for this. We got that triangular shape. I can see it with my index finger and my thumb. I'm pressing my fleshy parts of my knees outward into my upper arms. And when I'm ready, I can lift my hips up and try to find that pressure still between the upper arms. Pull that belly button in. And then we can move on into a crow practice by just lifting one foot, pointing the toe, and then moving from side to side, slowly alternating until you're nice and comfortable. And then when you're able to hold each 1 foot up position, the more and more you're able to do it, and then try to get both feet up. So from here, you end up touching your toes together, and then we can stay here for a few breaths, however it is that you're comfortable. So if it's there for you, you could stay here for longer, or you could pop into a tripod headstand from here. And then back down. So that is your crow into a tripod headstand and back down. And then you could also go for a side crow. So a side crow starting from my frontal position. I can take both my hands over to one side of both my legs. And then maybe I could find the upper arm with the outside of the fleshy bit of the knee. And for me, when I started doing my side crow, it was much easier for me to do it on my back forearm. And you just find that weight on the front arm. Or you got your regular side crow, where I'll point my triangular shape that we were discussing with the thumb and the index finger, point it out towards the front of your mat so that you're pointing like your ring finger maybe down the end of your mat away from you, out to your side. So both hands are up. Same thing, side crow. But I find that when you're first starting your side crow, it's much easier to get into it. We'll try the other side now. On that back forearm, front hand, get that flesh onto your upper arm. Hold on to that balance. Swing those legs out if you want. And that all comes with time, okay? So please don't get too mad at yourself if you're not able to do it the very first time, because I wasn't either, okay? All right, another side crow. Regular side crow. Just for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, we're gonna move on into a standing position. So we'll just slowly bring those feet either a hip distance apart, which is just about 2 fists, or they can stay together. Coming into your standing forward fold, couple of breaths right here. Deep inhale through the nostrils. Long, steady, smooth exhale through the nostrils. Maybe bend the knees. And if this is absolutely painful for you, you can always keep your knees bent and keep your hands above your knees on your thighs. Keep that belly button in, hinge from the hips, and then you can forward fold however it is that you're comfortable. You can come to a ragdoll. Hands can be on opposite elbows. You can always keep those hands on your legs. If that's good for you, that's cool. Some people like using blocks. We've got some blocks over here. We can put some hands on blocks. That's fun. Whatever you want. There's no right or wrong. Just feel it for yourself. And even as like a yoga instructor, right? Like I'm here to help you guys and I want to guide you through it. But you're the only one that feels what you feel. All right? So whenever you're ready, take a deep breath and we'll slowly roll up to standing. And we're going to turn to one side on the mat, on the long edge of the mat, separating those hips a little bit wider apart. I'm going to go into a triangle here. Reaching the arms out to your sides. I'm going to start my triangle over to my right side. So I'm going to turn my right foot down towards the end of my mat. So my right foot is pointing straight out towards my side. And my left foot is going to point towards the side of my mat and slightly towards the front of my mat at a little bit of an angle. So I'm going to lift my toes, pivot on my heel, and point my toe towards the front of the mat. Taking a deep inhale right here, lifting up nice and straight and tall. Exhale, reach towards the right. Right. And slowly down. I guess maybe the image that you're seeing is over to the left. Is it to the left? 2 breaths here. So if this is too much for you, you can always just keep your hand on your leg and keep your hand on your hip. And then as you get a little bit more into it, we can peel this top hip a little bit further back, get that arm up, maybe opposite arm goes down, maybe for a challenge, little or no pressure on those fingers at all. Or maybe you can also reach up over the head for a little bit more of an extension right here, holding for 2 breaths. Inhale through the nostrils and exhale through the nostrils. Yay. One more deep inhale, look up. Exhale, slowly come back up. We're going to switch those feet around. So I'm going to point my left foot towards the end of my mat, my right foot towards the front corner of my mat. Deep inhale, sitting up nice and straight and tall. Exhale, reaching over to the side, and then slowly coming down. I can always be right here to begin. Or we can be here. Or here. 2 breaths wherever you are. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale through the nostrils. 1 more deep inhale. Exhale, slowly come back up. And hop the feet together. And when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. That is our 12 Sivananda Yoga Hatha Asana program. And I hope you enjoyed it. So please have a seat on your mat. We'll step up to the top of the mat. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, hands together, heart center. Inhale, reach both arms up, lift your heels, come onto tippy toes. Start bending those knees, keep those heels lifted as you roll down all the way to a seated position on your mat. Use your hands if you need them. Find the middle of the mat, sit nice and straight and tall. Take a deep inhale right here. Long, steady, smooth exhale. Rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Separating the legs and the arms a comfortable distance apart. Covering up the body if you're feeling cold. Relaxing from the tip of the toes to the top of the head. Relaxing from the tip of the toes to the top of the head. Move around until you're able to find your comfortable position. Relaxing from the tip of the toes to the top of the head. Relax, relax, relax. Mentally repeating to yourself, I am relaxing my feet. My feet are relaxing. My feet are relaxed. Closing the eyes, relaxing. Mentally repeating, my legs are relaxing. I'm relaxing. My legs are relaxed. My hips are relaxing. I'm relaxing my hips. My hips are relaxed. My abdominals are relaxing. I'm relaxing my abdominals. My abdominals are relaxed. I'm relaxing my back. My back is relaxing. My back is relaxed. My chest is relaxing. I'm relaxing my chest. My chest is relaxed. My shoulders are relaxing. I'm relaxing my shoulders. My shoulders are relaxed. I'm relaxing my arms. My arms are relaxing. My arms are relaxed. I'm relaxing my hands. My hands are relaxing. My hands are relaxed. I'm relaxing my neck. My neck is relaxing. My neck is relaxed. I'm relaxing my face. My face is relaxing. My face is relaxed. I'm relaxing my head. My head is relaxing. My head is relaxed. My body is relaxing. I'm relaxing my body. My body is relaxed. Gently bring the awareness to the breath. Taking a deep inhale. Gently bring the awareness to the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes, moving the wrists and the ankles. Slowly bring the legs together, reach the arms up over the head. Take a deep inhale, stretch, stretch, stretch. And relax the arms out to your sides. Draw the right knee in towards your chest. Take the left hand onto the knee and draw the knee to your left side. Turn the head to the right. Keep the shoulders down on the mat. Breathe deeply. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale through the nostrils. Deep inhale. Notice how this side feels. And exhale all the air out. Slowly return to center. Gently switch the legs. Take the right hand onto the left knee. Turn the head to your left side. Breathe deeply. Inhale through the nostrils. Exhale through the nostrils. Deep inhale. Long, steady, smooth exhale. One more deep inhale. Exhale slowly back to center. Bring both knees into the chest. Give them a little squeeze. Rub the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands together. Start rolling forward and back maybe 3 times. And then up to seated after a little spinal massage. Slowly find the center of your mat. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Take a deep inhale. Bring the hands together at heart center. Maybe close the eyes. Honor the self for making time for practice. Smile. Keep the hands together and raise them up. We invite the light down to the third eye, peace, and to the heart, love. Namaste. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.